the city's North Shore. This is Acrisure Stadium in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. Tonight, a good one here in the AFC. It's the Houston Texans and the Pittsburgh Steelers. Fairbairn ready to get this one going. And here we go on Monday Night Primetime. Johnson with a return here. And the tackle's made as he gets it out to the 32. So the Steeler offense getting out there for its opening drive of the game. And they're brought out by the league's elder statesman. Drafted back in 2005, now in his 40s and still going strong. Aaron Rodgers.
Well, love him or hate him, Rodgers not ready to leave the league until he's satisfied with how his final chapter reads. He didn't get the storybook ending he wanted last year, taking another run at channeling all that doubt into success one final time.
Now running for the first time with Jalen Warren. Dropped by the first guy he met. No gain on that first down run. And it's not just you quarterbacks, Brock Hewitt, who got to have short memories. You tell me this too, defenses need them sometime as well.
Yeah, 100%. You give up a big run, well, too bad. No time to dwell on it because you got to line up, buckle up that chin strap, and try to knock them backwards.
Off the play fake. Here's Rodgers. Throw left side finds Freiermuth. And he'll get this up to the 33-yard line. Play made by E.J. Speed.
Well, that's a modest little drag route, but if you ever just need a safe, short gain on a throw, that's a go-to route to target.
So a tough spot now. This is 3rd and 9. To the air on 3rd and long. Nice work by the back here. Playing safety valve complete. Oh, he put him in the spin cycle. And this great effort winds up getting him well into enemy territory before he's brought down. That one goes for 31 yards. And a fresh set of downs for Pittsburgh.
Now, right there, that's what you want to see on your opening drive. Boom! Connect on a big shot, and instantly you set a tone that you're not going to be afraid to be aggressive in this game today. Boy, do I love that.
First down throw here by Rodgers. Completed left side to Smith. And he's going to work this down to the 32. Azeez Al-Shire that time on the tackle.
There's no question, Kate, that the big plays down the seam or will make tight ends a fan favorite, but it's those type of catches right there. The short yardage, it gets good coverage, contested catches that really make tight ends a locker room favorite.
They motion the tight end over. They'll throw again. Rodgers has him on the quick hitter. And he'll get it down to the 24-yard line. Give him 8 yards on the play. And the Steelers have the first down. Now the completion rate is strong, partner. The yards, you got to imagine, will start to come soon enough.
You never go broke taking a profit. And you know this one too, Kate. The crumbs always lead to...
Oh, the cookie. Now I'm hungry. Play fake. Here's Rodgers. Taken in by Smith. And he has it down officially to the red zone at the 20.
Quarterbacks will look for their tight end short in just about any situation. They take away the deeper options. Well, there's their consistent source of positive yardage, the trusty tight end.
2nd and 6 coming up here. Play action here with Rodgers. Complete out to the right side. And he's tackled with the first down yardage.
When you see play action, do all you can to get your eyes to the tight end, because that's their bread and butter. That play action gives him time off the line, helps chip a rusher, or even helps sell that fake. And then when he releases, he gets out, he gets some leverage. He gets to that edge before the defender can cover him.
First down, here's Rodgers. The shot to the end zone is incomplete.
As I watch practices today, Kate, both college and professionally, one thing is abundantly clear. Teams spend so much more time in the red zone. They know it's the money zone. And defensively, if you can force incompletions and knock it away and leave teams for field goals, you got a great chance to win.
Throwing again here, it's Rodgers. And he has the Pittsburgh touchdown. The Steelers finish up an excellent opening series. Well, this coaching staff has got to be a happy partner. A calm and calculated opening drive. Really impressed with the score, how they controlled the football, and they played at their own pace.
Yeah, it's one of those drives that just pays dividends. I know it's the opening drive, but you're just taking some of the starch out of that defense and putting some doubt in their mind. Like, man, they just methodically shoved it right down our throat.
Chris Boswell for the point after. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Steelers will jump out to a 7-0 lead.
Texans nothing.
Now Boswell on to send this away. Here's Trayvon Smith with the return. He's brought down at what looks like the 24-yard line. So here come the Texans for their opening drive. Leading them out, our 2023 Offensive Rookie of the Year. Now in his third season out of Ohio State, it's C.J. Stroud.
It didn't take long for C.J. Stroud to make an immediate impact into the NFL, and it didn't take long for me, Kate, to form an opinion that this guy is just different. He just processes the game quicker. Remember talking to Ryan Day on the practice field in Columbus, watching him in college, and he just alluded to that as well. It's the anticipation. It is knowing where everybody is and getting that ball out before any receiver will even break on it out. C.J. was unique in that way, and that skill set has been a big part of his success.
Only 2 yards, and it brings up 2nd and 8.
I don't think that's the amount that they were looking for there, Kate. Going to lead to some shuffling around here in the playbook. Find a more aggressive call on second.
Need a better result than that last run. It's 2nd and 8. On play action, here's Stroud. Good play on the football defensively. He knocks it away, and that's going to bring up 3rd down. Not must-have yet, Brock, but it does feel pretty important that they come up with an answer for that touchdown, but not going to be easy.
Nope, and incompletions like that certainly won't help.
No connection on the last play, and now it's 3rd down. 3rd and long for him here. Oh, he's going to run for it. And that tackle stops him after a solid gain.
That's such a bummer, Kate, for a quarterback. If you have to scramble and take off, you'd really like to find a way to move the chains. He could not. That defense rallied, they responded, and they forced a 4th down.
Texans going to kick this away on 4th, and it's Tommy Townsend on for the punt. And he'll punt it away to end a disappointing opening drive. Starts his return from the 23. And before that return amounts to much, they bring him down. The Steeler offense out and ready to go for their 2nd drive. And so far, they've executed exactly how they drew it up, Brock. Early lead, no points allowed, and a chance now to seize control of the game on their 2nd possession.
And, Kate, generally, offenses love to script their first 10 to 15 plays. Well, this entire game script is playing out just the way they want to.
First down now, ball at the 33. Rodgers off the play action. That incomplete. Had the connection, but some stone hands got in the way there.
You know, I'm not sure if he was hearing footsteps or just had a surprise break in concentration. So unusual to see one dropped unless there's a hit involved.
So still 10 to go on second from the 33-yard line. Shotgun handoff to Warren. And 2 yards is all he's going to get before he's caught. Jalen Petrie there on the stop.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
Third down here, need 8 on the play. Throw here, third down. He's going to loft one deep to the left. Brought in inside the 20. It's a huge pickup on the play. And a fresh set of downs for Pittsburgh.
And the Steelers, first down. First and 10 at the 19-yard line.
No doubt they'll take a repeat of how this game began, Brock, and that play has them on their way towards it.
Scripting for success. They'll keep pressing the advantage, too, until some resistance has got to finally appear.
From the red zone on first. And this is going to fall incomplete in the end zone. Wanted it all right there. And they've got to regroup for second down.
That's going to be a play tomorrow. When they watch it on tape, they're going to be kicking themselves a bit. Okay, you get man-to-man coverage down in the red zone, you got to take advantage of it. It's hard. Zone coverage and the windows are so tight. You get man, got to find a way to win.
Rodgers thrown again on second. And this is incomplete. Could have been a touchdown, but all it is now is a third down.
Incomplete.
Oh, that is such a bummer. A dropped touchdown right in the end zone. We're going to see how quickly he can flush this one. He better, because they got to make it impact later.
Last pass unsuccessful, and they have third down here. Third and long. They're going to throw. Short pass brought in. He needed a little more room to reach that line. The stop is made in time. That brings up fourth down.
You can earn your money in the NFL in all sorts of different ways, but defensively, in a league where you're just not hitting as much in training camp, you're not tackling as much as they got to in the old days, when you can make a play in the open field, keep it short like that, I promise you some money will follow.
Boswell able to knock it through. And special teams convert to get them a little something out of that possession.
2 drives and both of them ending in points. You don't even mind you only got a field goal there, Kate. They got to be ecstatic, exactly the way they wanted to start this one.
Now Boswell on to send this away. Here's Smith on the return. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. Now we'll see the Houston offense for their second drive of the contest. They didn't start the game off like they wanted, Brock. Still searching for that opening first down as they take the field a second time. Texans to the line. First and 10. Now the first carry for Nick Chubb. And he'll be stopped after just about a yard. Second and 9 coming up.
That's the kind of yardage that's not going to kill this drive on the first play, but it does put you a little bit behind schedule. Now second down becomes critical because nobody wants a 3 and out.
Last run only gained a yard. That means it's second and 9. From the gun, Marks gets it. Hop behind the line here on second down, which is only going to make things tougher for this third down coming up. The presence of those tight ends works both ways, Brock. You know this. Gives them more blockers up front, but it also clues the defense in to be ready for that run.
Yeah, you could put 7 blockers up there, even put 8, I don't know, 9. All the blockers in the world, but if they don't work in concert together to create a lane, it doesn't matter.
Throwing on third down, Stroud. He's going to loft this deep down the left sideline. Another drop. The last two plays both should have been intercepted, but neither could be brought in. However, Brock, they do at least force this fourth down.
An early deficit means you lose the runway to slowly get your offense up to speed. This offense got to get going. That incompletion won't help.
So it'll be Tommy Townsend once again to punt this away. Fair catch made a little beyond the 20-yard line. Now the offense getting set to go for the Steelers. And their last drive did end in points. Not as many as they wanted, though. They had to settle for that field goal despite advancing the football pretty well. All right, Steelers to the line now. 1st and 10. So the officials are officially on board tonight. For the first time, a flag flies. Somebody moved early. So tough to stay set when you've got defenders doing everything they can to make you jump, and, well, they got one of them to move that time.
Still first down.
They're set back 5 by that false start. Now 15 yards to the marker. Warren running between the tackles. It is charged towards the line. It's right around 3 yards.
It's one of those sneaky little runs, Kate, that gets you enough yards to create some doubt into that defensive coordinator. You could stick to the ground. You could throw beyond the sticks. You really create some indecision now defensively.
Back to the line they go. It's 2nd down. Rodgers from the gun. Completed over the middle. And give him 10 yards there. A lot of work done as they set up 3rd and very short.
Kate, when Bill Walsh was implementing the drag route with the 49ers in the 80s, it sounded the same way as it did with Mike Holmgren and me with the Seahawks in the 2000s versus man on a drag route, run away. You see zone coverage, settle down, give your quarterback his numbers, and you can find a completion just like that.
And we sneak it with Rodgers. They were loaded and ready for that sneak, weren't they? They stop him at the line. No gain.
It's a gain of a yard. That's good for a Steelers first down.
Everybody understood the assignment right there. For one guy, the quarterback, get the snap and make the marker. For the other 10, drive like mad, push like crazy, and create that space for the first.
Here's Rodgers on 1st and 10. That won't be caught outright. It's incomplete. Looking for his wide receiver there. And it sets up 2nd down.
Well, you certainly want those throws to be automatic. Every team, if you're going to be efficient, you got to hit those passes in the short to intermediate zone to effectively move the ball in this league.
Working out of the gun. Here's Rodgers. He's caught right side by Freiermuth. And no first down here. He's up to the 42-yard line. Another half yard, and he'd have had it.
You know what I love to say? You never go broke taking a profit, and you often gain profits when you use your eyes as a quarterback. Those hitch routes, those underneath throws, oftentimes it's the eyes of the quarterback looking downfield and then taking that short completion.
He tries to sneak it. They sent him right up the gut, but he wasn't able to get anywhere. The defense braced for impact, and they made the stop. It's 4th down.
That right there, that's a tough pill to swallow. That's kind of a manhood test, Kate. When you get pushed backwards on a 3rd down QB sneak, you're going to look at each other in the huddle and say, that can't happen again.
And this might be a free play. Let's see what they do. And that one is incomplete. There's a flag down, though. If someone was across that line, this could end in a first down after all. Easy call for the officials there. He was offsides at the snap, and that's going to cost him.
Automatic first down.
They got him to bite and jump off sides. It's a rare thing to see that actually work, and it gives them this 1st and 10. Off play action. Here's Rodgers. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And they've got a little extra distance now to make up here on second down.
I love a good bootleg just like every other quarterback does. And bootlegs are most effective, Kate, when you're running it first and you deceive that defense. But if you're not running it, or it's a poor fake, or you got a defense that is sound, well, you have the opportunity to get hit in the face in less than 2 seconds, just like that.
Following the sack needs some positive yards here. It is second down and 18. From the shotgun, here's Rodgers. Finds him over the middle. And that will not be enough for a first down.
To Calvin Austin. That's a gain of 8. Brings up 3rd and 9.
It's been an 8-play drive, and on play number 9, now 9 is what they need on third down. Here he goes, 3rd and long. He's got his man. This is Austin. And they get this down roughly to the 34-yard line. Giving him an 18-yard pickup there. And the Steelers have a first down.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 34-yard line.
We're through one on Monday Night Primetime. It's a 10-0 ball game. More from Acrisure Stadium after the break. Second quarter, all queued up and ready to go. It's Steeler football. They're looking at yet another 1st and 10 on this drive. Pass taken in by Freiermuth. And they bring him down after the play reaches the 26.
Hey, you like these results on first. That completion right there, right in the window where all options are now available to you on second down. That playbook wide open.
After a good pickup, they're set up with 2nd and short. Off the play fake. Here's Rodgers. Able to find Gainwell. And that short gain is enough for a new set of downs.
It's a gain of 2.
They like to say it's about the Jimmies and the Joes. I think that's about the X's and the O's. That's a well-drawn-up completion that nets them a first down.
So a new set of downs. Here we go. 1st and 10. Now throw again. Rodgers. That's caught in stride by Freiermuth. And he's got a decent gain before being brought down.
Good luck defending that short yardage slant. Just not going to happen. There's a reason. This is a go-to play for just about any quarterback in every situation.
5 still to go here. This is 2nd down. Counterplay here, Warren. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
It's a gain of 8. That's good.
That's a run that you'll take the result in the NFL every time. A nice play, a solid game, but it's also a run that you know and you may come back to, because if you were that close to breaking off an explosive one, you really break the backs of a defense.
To the air on 1st down. Rodgers. Looking end zone, but touchdown denied. Knocked away, incomplete. Great play defensively there to just get a hand in there and deny that touchdown.
That's exactly right. Active hands and aggressive mindset. As a DB, you've got to assume that every throw is going to be a touchdown, and you're the last line of defense, the guy that's got to make the play on the ball, and he just did.
Play fake. Here's Rodgers. It was there, but he couldn't hang on. That's incomplete.
That drop ruins the payoff to a well-designed play. They got a man open and beat the coverage. That's a call they can revisit in the future with hopefully a much better job finishing the catch.
So after that prior incompletion, it's 3rd down. Shotgun snap, looking to throw. Into the end zone, but someone's able to knock it away. That's incomplete.
You know, I say this all the time. You get down there to the red zone, and things happen so fast. Those windows close in a hurry. The quarterback's fortunate that was one hand and not 2 hands that got on the football.
Facing fourth down, the Steelers opting for the field goal. Chris Boswell out to do the honors. This from 28 yards away. Boswell able to knock it through. It sails right through. A beautifully placed football.
Okay, one of the areas that kickers and quarterbacks are similar, they want to get into rhythm, and no better way to feel good and get into that rhythm and start a game 2 for 2 as a kicker.
Chris Boswell.
Now Boswell on to send this away. Here's Smith on the return. And he's brought down just inside the 25. Houston's offense back out now, ready to go. And it's far from the first time we're seeing this unit head out, Brock. But what we haven't seen so far in this opening half, well, we haven't seen much in terms of yardage.
No, it's like they've written a few lyrics, but nowhere close to a song yet.
All right, the Houston offense looks set, Brock. Here's 1st and 10. Here's Stroud. Throwing the out route complete. And he'll go down after fighting his way to the 32.
That's what you call efficiency. Exactly what you're looking for in 1st down. Textbook. It sets up 2nd and very manageable, and it creates that space if you want to take a shot downfield.
Offense is set. This is 2nd and 2. Up the middle, it's Marks. And they're going to bring him down just a moment before he's able to break it across midfield. He picks up 15 on the play. And it'll be 1st down, Houston.
A gain of 15.
That right there, that will make the coaches happy. He didn't just get the 1st down, he got a healthy chunk of bonus yards afterwards.
They send a tight end in motion. Stroud to throw on 1st down. Gets this to Stover. And he drives this across midfield and down into enemy territory.
That wasn't going anywhere else on that play. It's one of the ones called specifically for the tight end, because they know he's able to get a good release off that play action, and then he gets himself in space to do some damage.
Halfway to the marker, it's 2nd and 5. From the gun, Stroud. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And this defense going to try to hang on to that momentum, Brock, as they go for another stop on 3rd down.
When they were in their defensive meetings this week, that's exactly how you draw it up. Play sound zone defense. Give that quarterback nowhere to go, and let that pass rush get home.
This drive in some serious trouble. It's 3rd and 12. They'll throw 3rd and long. They're on him again, and he goes down again. And a couple of really good plays, Brock, made back-to-back behind the line to bring up 4th down.
Boy, this defensive crew is locked in that O-line's head. They are a-spinning. Back-to-back sacks has this offense on skates, and those blockers can't figure out where this rush is coming from next.
The Texans set to punt. Calvin Austin on the return for the Steelers. And he's certainly been staying busy. Once again, he's out to punt and sends this flying. And he gets him out of the deep part of their half. This is out across the 20. The Steelers and Aaron Rodgers headed back out on offense. And at the pace he's begun the game throwing the football, Brock, he is in line for a special type of performance if they need to keep throwing it until the end. Pittsburgh offense to the line. Here's 1st and 10. Rodgers off the play action. Throw right side, caught by Smith. And he's going to be hit, sent out after about a gain of 1, maybe 2 yards there.
Sometimes when you're just looking to move it forward, get some small yards on the throw, quarterback's best friend, security blanket. And when it's a big old tight end, that's an extra bonus.
Second down now, 7 to go. Now here's Rodgers. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. Went way outside there trying to work that sideline, Brock, but by the time the ball had arrived, well, the defender had to knock that ball out.
I think you see my reaction in the booth every time
I do.
We see that throw, because I can close my eyes and remember the terror that I felt as a quarterback when you let that ball go and you're throwing it all the way to the boundary. There's some risk reward, and that time, well, it was no reward.
Give him 8 on that one, and a fresh set of downs for Pittsburgh.
First down. First and 10 at the 35-yard line.
You know, they call that the money down for a reason, because you're just simply not going to last long in the NFL if you don't convert a good portion of your third downs. It's the money down, and nice to see them roll the dice and continue the series.
First down throw here by Rodgers. Short throw is dropped. This one's incomplete.
Oh, that drop is such a bummer, because it ruins the payoff of such a well-designed play, Kate. Got the man open, beat the coverage, but then you got to go finish it. You got to go make that catch. I will say, keep that one in mind. They could revisit that play in the future.
From the gun, it gives it Gainwell. And they'll fire ahead for a few. It's third down.
Sometimes you just feel like in the background of every ho-hum run is a bigger play that just needed one more component. Get that extra block a little longer, find the lane quicker. The defender may be a half step late, and this could have been much, much more exciting.
Third down, they need 7. They'll air it out on third. That one falls to the turf, couldn't hang on, it's incomplete.
Kate, I've talked to you over the years of the transition to the NFL where the windows to throw are small. On third down, smaller. Put dime defense on the field, and those windows become almost non-existent.
On fourth down, it's Corliss Waitman on for the Steelers to punt this away. The Texans have Jalen Noel at the ready. And the coverage team is there as he fields it, so almost nothing on that return before he stopped. Out now come the Texans on offense. And it's not good, Brock, when you're discussing their punter as one of your early game MVPs, but they just haven't been able to get anything going so far.
No, you'll hear some old school coaches, especially defensive-minded coaches, Kate, and they'll say, hey, man, there's nothing wrong with the drive ending with a kick, right? As a quarterback and as an offense, maybe that was the way you played the game back in the day, but not modern football. You've got to go score.
Off to Chubb to start the drive. Can't slip that initial tackle. Stops made for no gain on that first down play. So the run goes backwards. What do you think, Brock? Is it time that they start getting a little more aggressive, take some more risks offensively?
Not in my book. You've not earned that right. I think a lot of play callers feel that same way, too. I mean, you get to earn the right to be aggressive and take shots when you can do the basics, like, I don't know, run for a positive gain.
To the air, Stroud. Set up a screen here for Marks. And he's short of the first after a mild gain.
Well, this is the type of game we've come to expect from him as a runner, toting the ball, but he's just as adept at turning the screen into the same kind of yardage, too.
Third and 4 coming up now. Operating from the gun, it's Stroud. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. Couldn't connect with Jaden Higgins. And 4th and 4 coming up.
That one really stings, Kate, because you want to convert there and not only keep this drive going for points, but because now you're giving your opponent a chance to go pad that lead before halftime. That's a no-no.
And he gets his guys a few yards before they bring him down on the return. Now Pittsburgh's offense running back out for a new series. They didn't add to their lead last time out. They punted it away, but still ahead and able to add to it here. So they'll head up here, 1st and 10 from the 34. Rodgers from the gun. Completed over the middle. And the stop is made just before he's able to reach that midfield strike. They'll get 14 yards and a new set of downs.
That's good for a Steelers first down. 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line.
Well, that is a well-designed route right there. He really made it easy to get that pass to him. Creating space, QB receiver, deliver.
The ball's on the 48. Here we go. 1st down. Looking out of the gun. Here's Rodgers. That one's complete over the middle. And he's going to be brought down after reaching the 43.
That is a textbook 1st down completion. Sets up 2nd and very manageable and creates space to take that shot downfield.
Nice spot here for the offense. It's 2nd and 1. Throwing now out of the shotgun. And this one's dropped for what would have been a nice game.
I think if you look up in phase in the defensive encyclopedia, that is a picture-perfect form of it. He was all over him in coverage, really forcing the incompletion.
So after that prior incompletion, we've got 3rd down. Gonna keep this one and go. And his short game gets them a new set of downs.
That may not look like much, but that is a confidence builder for quarterback and offensive line in particular. When you know you can push the pile on 3rd down on a sneak and get a 1st down, you may have to come back to that in a bigger moment in this one later.
And the receiver's going to take this one on the jet sweep. And the defense wise to that call there. Receiver wrapped up for no gain. 3rd down coming up.
Well, you can see he gets the ball and he sees the defender waiting for him right on the edge. And at that point, dead on arrival. A good effort on his part to at least get back to the line of scrimmage.
Well, nothing doing on the last run. It's 2nd and 10. From the shotgun, here's Rodgers. And he doesn't see a window he likes, so he just got rid of that one. And it brings up 3rd down.
That was pretty cool right there. I mean, that is an underrated effort on that play from his target, hustling and bustling his way to make sure he was in the neighborhood of that throw. So the Zebras, they couldn't penalize the throwaway.
No connection on the last play. Now it's 3rd down. To the air on 3rd and long. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete.
I'll say, Kate, that defense looked even better, sharper on 3rd down than they did on 2nd. They played that one so tight there was no window to throw.
Facing 4th down, the Steelers opting for the field goal. Chris Boswell out to do the honors. It's a deep shot for him from that left hash. It's no good. He needed more leg, and he sent it too far right. And their lead will remain at 13.
He was hitting from that distance pregame. Heck, we were on the field watching it, and they were confident he could do so again. Just did not work out this time around.
Now we get a look at this Texans offense. And I'm sure they're tired of bringing out the punter, Brock. They're hopefully going to give him some rest this time around and find some points to go after that lead. Nice starting spot for the Texans here. They're about set. 1st and 10. Now it's Stroud. Dump off top by his back. And they bring him to a halt right at that midfield strike. Kyle Duggar holding him down.
Ooh, he knew he was going to pay for throwing that. I knew it from up here in the booth watching that happen. But that's an experienced quarterback. If that first primary target isn't there, make sure you find your safety valve. And that got them some yards, so taking that shot, well, it was not for nothing.
8 yards to go. Well, let's see how they approach this 2nd down. Shotgun now for Stroud. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And it'll be 3rd down coming up after this defense's 3rd sack of the game.
I know quarterbacks get paid a lot of money and a lot of glamour in this league, but today, this is a tough day for this QB. He's taking a beating. And whether it means changing up some of the blocking schemes, maybe mixing in a little bit of run, or heck, this quarterback getting the ball out of his hand more quickly, he's got to start protecting himself.
Again, he's under pressure, and he goes down. The Steelers calling their first timeout as they'll get together and discuss with fourth down coming up. Tommy Townsend on to punt. And after that drive went backwards, he's going to send this one forward. Ooh, baby, there's way too much behind that kick, and he knew it. So that's all the way over the end zone for a touchback. The Steeler offense set to get back on the field. They're getting close to a minute to play, Brock, and they're going to need that time with a long field ahead. All right, Steelers to the line now. 1st and 10. Rodgers will look to throw. Finds him over the middle. And he's going to be brought down up at the 28-yard line.
To Calvin Austin. 8 yards on the pickup. Brings up 2nd and 2 at the 28-yard line.
After a good pickup, they're set up with 2nd and short. Now we give to Warren, coming right. And he's unable to get away from that tackle. Good work by the defense. Nothing gained on 2nd down. That one felt kind of counterintuitive there, Brock. They load up the line with that extra blocking, and then the run goes out to the edge anyway.
That's right. You put 2 tight ends on the field, yeah, you can live with a stalemate. It's hard to move people in the NFL, but you do not want to go backwards.
Now Rodgers on his 3rd and short. Gets this one to Freiermuth. And he will have this across that 40-yard line before they manage to stop it. Pittsburgh will go ahead and use its 2nd timeout. And they still have one in their pocket for what's left of this half.
1st and 10 at the 42-yard line.
First down from the 42. Rodgers set to pass. Gets it to him on the screen. He gets it forward a little to his 46. Kalen Bullock up to make the stop. The Steelers use their 3rd and final timeout. And that's all they've got for what little remains of this half.
As an offense, you don't call a screen, Kate, expecting to gain just a few yards. You call it expecting to break off something big and substantial. But it's up to that defense to stay ahead of it, to keep it contained to something much smaller. Case in point right there.
This is 2nd and 6 coming up. To throw, Rodgers. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And that's going to add some distance onto this upcoming 3rd down.
You know those elite zone defenses in basketball, Kate. It just feels like they're everywhere, clogging up every passing lane. This quarterback, well, he felt the same thing when he dropped back. Nowhere to go but for a sack.
So entering the locker rooms, got ourselves a 2-score game. It's time to hear from Scott Hansen. He's got our EA Sports halftime report.
Chris Boswell.
Now Boswell on to send this away. On the return, it's Jalen Noel. And this drive will start inside the 25. Now here's the Houston offense. They've got it first to begin the 3rd. They'll try to get that ground game established better than they did in the opening half, Brock. See if they can attack that deficit. Offense showing trips out right as they get set for this 1st and 10. Here's Stroud. That's him on the quick hitter. And he'll go down after fighting his way to the 32.
The goal of running that drag route is to get it to him for at least a minimal gain with space to add after that. He picked up a good chunk, and there was nearly room to add even more.
Just a yard left to go on 2nd down. Back now, pressure coming. He keeps it and takes off. And he'll get them enough for a 1st down.
Trust. Kate, it is such a big part of playing the quarterback position. Yeah, you got to trust you can make the right reads in the passing game, but sometimes these little runs that just get that 1st down, it gains further equity, further trust with your play caller, and most importantly, gives you a 1st down for the offense.
It's Marks on the handoff. He scrapes together a yard at most. It's 2nd down.
The one thing I can say positive about the execution of that play is at least he didn't go backwards.
Brings up 2nd and 9.
Last run, not a lot of help, Brock. 9 to go now on 2nd down. Here's a handoff to Marks. And this fight good enough to gain about 4. It's 3rd down.
You make that call to just give yourself a fighting chance on 3rd down, Kate. Take at least a little bite of the big meal between them and the 1st down marker. And that should make this upcoming call a little less daunting.
Chance to move the chains here on 3rd and 4. From the gun, Stroud. It was there, but he couldn't hang on. That's incomplete. Nico Collins, the intended target. And 4th and 4 coming up.
The issues this offense has been having, well, they extend well beyond 3rd down today. You can just look up that big goose egg on the scoreboard, but now, time's not on their side either.
So out now comes the punter. Fair catch called for and brought in at the 11. Pittsburgh getting its offense all set to go. And they take the field in good but not great shape, Brock. They've got that lead, but no doubt they'd love to see it grow.
Yeah, and just having the lead does take some pressure off. It doesn't change the sense of urgency. It's always on tilt in the NFL, but it should allow them to operate a little more freely.
The Pittsburgh offense to the line. Here's 1st and 10. They'll send a receiver left. They'll start the drive with Warren. They'll bring him down, but not before he picks up 7, Brock, to begin this drive.
That run may not have gotten you a 1st, but sure, a nice little run to set the table.
2nd and 2.
After that little 8-yard scoot, here comes 2nd and 2. Now Rodgers. That's incomplete on 2nd down. No luck finding his receiver that time, but still plenty of options left on 3rd and short.
That play right there, Kate, that just goes to show you can't take any completion for granted. Even some of the shortest passes in the game plan.
Last pass unsuccessful. Let's see what they do on 3rd down. Here he is on 3rd and short. Complete out to the right side. And he's going to be sent out of bounds just after he crosses the 35. That one goes for 17 yards and moves the chains.
Move the chains! Got to move them chains! Build momentum and keep that defense on its heels.
New set of downs from 37. On 1st down, Warren. He's pushed straight ahead, and that's maybe a yard at most. The tackle there by Daniil Hunter.
You know, not a ton of yards, but still showing that commitment to the ground game. The type of run that keeps the defense from loading up in coverage and focusing entirely on that passing game.
Following that little 2-yard run, it's 2nd and 8. To throw is Rodgers. Couldn't connect right side. It's incomplete. Not on the same page with his tight end. So now it's going to be 3rd and long. He's been a frequent target throughout this game, Bronk. We've seen that coverage tighten up a little bit more on him every time the ball's thrown his way.
Well, hasn't taken him off the board completely. He's still beating them for some catches, but that heightened focus defensively does lead to moments like that one where what would normally be a catch falls incomplete.
It's DK on the slant. And he's close, but they say he did not get there. It's going to be 4th and maybe a yard.
You know, I like the completion. You never turn down a completion. That's just not the right throw to make in that spot to move the chains.
The Steelers set to punt it. Corliss Waitman will kick it away. Ooh, it's away, but he knows he mishit that one. Headed for the sideline. So this one will go out of bounds, and they'll start the drive inside their own 30. Here come the Texans as they get set to take over on offense. And as they get set, partner, gotta imagine they're bringing some urgency with them to the field this drive, too.
Yeah, I think you and I both know in calling these NFL games that sense of urgency can be replaced by full-blown panic in a hurry. So find a way to possess the ball and, more importantly, score some points.
First down throw by Stroud. Short pass brought in. And they shove him out. Looks like he got about 6 before they did so. It's 2nd down.
I know I could sound like a broken record when I talk about timing and getting the ball out on time and on rhythm, but these outcuts, it is so imperative, and the best of them make it look oh so easy.
Offensive line, this is 2nd and 4. Now Marks. And he's tackled with a 1st down yardage.
I don't know about you, Kate, but he sure made getting that 1st down look really easy. A lot easier than it's supposed to be for that defense. And I think they'll hear about it when they get to the sidelines.
37-yard line.
We've set it downs from the 37. First down, and they go right back to it. It looks like we can call it about 4 yards in the end. Play brought to an end by Jalen Ramsey.
You know, these are the kind of runs, Kate, that a balanced game plan and a balanced offense is built on. It gets you good yardage, it sets up your play action, and it keeps that defense honest.
4 yards on that 1st down run. Here's 2nd and 6. Gets it running the sweep. And they'll still have some work to do now on 3rd down as he only manages to get back to the line of scrimmage.
That right there, Kate, that just shows the level of preparedness this defense had coming into the game. They recognized the jet sweep from the start, and they nailed it right at the line of scrimmage.
They come to the line here, and this is 3rd and 6. They'll air it out on 3rd. Complete beyond the marker. He is down to the 30-yard line. How about 29 yards on that play, partner, as they get the chains reset.
And the Texans, 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 30-yard line.
Speaks to this guy's talent as just an all-around difference maker, playmaker. We see him line up as a receiver, and we don't even bat an eye, Kate. And we don't really bat an eye when he makes that kind of play either. This guy's just different, built for the moment.
Here's Stroud on 1st and 10. And this time they're going to get to him before he can get that pass away as he goes down. And that is 5 sacks for this defense in this game as their latest brings up 2nd down.
I think we've reached the point of the game, Kate, where I got to make my PSA. Protect the quarterback, and quarterback, protect yourself.
Things already looking a good bit tougher here. It is 2nd and 17 after the sack. Operating from the gun, it's Stroud. Looking underneath for Marks. And he's able to get this to the 32 before going down.
I call this quarterback's best friend. Some call it a safety valve, some call it automatic, but it's sure nice as a quarterback when you got a trusty running back over the middle of the field that you can depend on.
This drive is in trouble. Got to figure out 3rd and 12. 3rd and long. They're going to throw. Short throw is dropped. This one's incomplete. It was there and just couldn't corral it. So that brings up 4th and long.
I'm not sure if he was hearing footsteps or he just had a surprise break in concentration. It's so unusual at this level to see a drop pass unless there's a hit involved.
Fairbairn on for the field goal. A 49-yard attempt.
Up and good from Fairbairn. And here in our 3rd quarter, finally able to get their first points of this game.
A dependable kicker, man. That is a coach's best friend. Saves him so much stress to have a guy he can really trust to go out and hit it from that distance consistently. Because from that far out, no kick is a guarantee.
That lead trimmed just a bit, down to 10 points now as the kick is up and away. Johnson now on the return. And he's going to make this to the 28 before going down. The Steelers and Aaron Rodgers headed back out on offense. And he'll be happy to keep letting it fly as much as he has all game. Look at these numbers. They show just how effective he's been in captaining this offense. Starting out trips right here. 1st and 10. Blitz coming for Rodgers. Brought in right side. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this one to the 41. Give him 13 on that play. Man, the Steelers have a first down. And that right there is about the best you could hope for against double coverage. Good chunky yards, and more importantly, Brock, you don't get burned taking a risk.
Yeah, it's really the defense that gets burned, and that is just demoralizing. You got double coverage, you got what you want, and 2 guys can't stop one.
Trying an inside give to Warren. And they're going to be humbled here on first down. Going to wind up losing yards on this play. Their dominance against his ground game rolls on, Brock. Add another stop to what's going to be some real nice film for them to watch.
How many times do you think in your lifetime, Kate, you've heard from a defensive coordinator, job number 1 is?
Stop the run.
And they've been doing it.
Rodgers from the gun. Deep behind the line. Oh, the ball is in! But I believe a Steeler was first to that football. They make the recovery and keep possession. Ooh, so close to a big play defensively there, Brock. But now these guys got to stay out there. They were unable to bring in the fumble. They just forced.
They do. Got to bring a little bit of juice. But kind of like a boxer when they get a guy cut, they know. Man, if I get that first cut, I can make them bleed. And you get that ball out the first time, I guarantee you, I promise you, those guys are thinking they'll get it the next.
Well, they got the football back, Brock, but things don't look much better. It's 3rd and long. Completed over the middle. And he'll get taken down after advancing this to the 37.
Feet and eyes, Kate. Feet and eyes. They so often tell the story of every position on the field. When that quarterback's feet and eyes move to his secondary read, and so often it's a tight end, well, it's incumbent on that defense to fly to the ball. You want to make that tackle, force the 4th down? It took a great defensive effort to do it.
And this one did hit at the 8, but took a big bounce and finished its journey in the end zone for a touchback. The Houston offense out and ready to set up shop. And down double digits, Brock. Field goals like we saw in their last drive aren't going to move the needle as much as they need to. Texans to the line. 1st and 10. They'll start this drive with Marks. Well, a lot of effort there, partner, but no results. He fought through that one stop, but only managed to get back to the line of scrimmage.
No gain on the play.
When one defender failed, well, his buddy was there to swarm to the ball and make that play just as it gets to the line of scrimmage.
First down run netted him nothing. Here is 2nd and 10. To the air, Stroud. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. Try and get it into Nico Collins. And things look tougher now with 3rd and long.
This defense, they had a plan. And they've done an excellent job executing it. Instead of a main character, they've reduced this receiver to a footnote. Kudos to the job collectively on defense.
Throwing on 3rd down, Stroud. just got it away before the hit, but it doesn't matter. It's incomplete. Fourth down coming up.
You never, ever, as an offense, like 3 and outs, Kate, but you really don't like them on third down when you throw into tight coverage like that. Got to manufacture a better look.
Their punter making his way out now. And he's been one of the players of this game. And little to nothing on that return as the coverage team gets to him. The Steelers offense headed out. Now their last drive, not the one they want to replicate after they were forced to punt it away. First call here coming from the shotgun. Some early movement on the left side there, but was he the first to go, or was he provoked? One of the most common penalties in the sport, and the reaction, it's the same every time, Brock. Frustration from the coach as they get backed up 5 yards. They're set back 5 by that false start. Now 15 yards to the marker. From the shotgun, here's Rodgers. It's caught right side by Freiermuth. And they come up with 7 following that flag. That sets up 2nd and 8.
The goal of that little drag route is to get him for at least a minimal gain with space to add after that. That picked up a good chunk, and it was nearly a big play.
8 yards to go, and let's see how they approach this 2nd down. Working out of the gun, here's Rodgers. This finds Austin, complete. And the gain only about 2 before he heads out. That means they're going to face 3rd down.
Gain of 3. Now 3rd and
5. Here's Rodgers. That one falls to the turf. Couldn't hang on. It's incomplete.
The numbers tell us pretty clearly, you get to 3rd and long, extra long, it's really hard to stay on the field. That's disappointing because that was 3rd and manageable and an incomplete.
They'll bring out the punter here. And he'll try to hit this one well. Escapes the defender. And he's brought down before the return gets far. Houston's offense back out now, ready to go. And what's really been simply stunning, Brock, is how far we've made it into the game, and their passing game, it is still grounded.
Yeah, so as they're sitting here losing right now, what I hear you saying, Kate, is it's time for this offense to take flight?
All right, the Houston offense looks set, Brock. Here's 1st and 10. Now it's Stroud. Finds him over the middle. And they're going to bring him down just beyond the 30 at the 31.
You put up the combine times of tight ends running the 40-yard dash, and they certainly don't run as fast as the safeties or the corners in this league. But when you get them going in the right direction and you get them dragging across the field like that, well, they could still do their damage.
On 2nd down, Morris. And he's got a chunk of yards as we've reached the end of 3. So just 1 quarter to go on Monday Night Primetime. It's the Texans who have it to start here, and they come in trailing on the scoreboard. So 1st down from the 41. On play action, here's Stroud. Gets this one into the hands of Christian Kirk. And he's going to go down right along the midfield stripe.
Part of the reason I leave you pregame, Kate, and get down to that field and watch these guys throw and catch is I want to see their timing. I want to see their anticipation. That is picture perfect right there. A crossing route thrown that quickly tells me these two are on the same page.
Shotgun now for Stroud. Finds the in route complete. And he's brought down right in the neighborhood of that 40-yard line. Pickup of 12 on that play. And it'll be a first down, Texans.
I know the Combine tries to test everything it possibly can physically, but I don't know how you test courage at the Combine because there's nobody defending you. Nobody wants to hit you. But that was the epitome of courage to make that in cut and make the catch.
Stroud throwing here on first. Has him on the quick hitter. And he's brought down at about that 27-yard line. It's a gain of 11 there, and that picks up the first.
Nice to see that connection, that chemistry working between the two of them.
First and 10 at the 27-yard line.
All right, they look set now. Here we go, first and 10. Now we'll give to Marks. And he's not going to manage to get back to the line even. Tackled for a loss. We've got second and 11.
His goal is pretty clear, Kate. Crash forward and then crash inside. Set that edge, but if you can come inside and bury that runner before it gets started, all the better.
A momentary speed bump there on what has otherwise been a great drive. Here's second and 11. From the gun, Stroud. On the quick slant here, it's Higgins. And they've got him down near the red zone at the 22.
It's a gain of 6. Brings up third and 5.
This is going to be play number 8 of this drive as they set up for third and 5. Running back sent in motion. Stroud now on third. Pass complete. Screenplay. He's trying to get away, but unable to do so. They catch him behind the line on third down.
Not terribly complicated on this one. Just not the third down screen you wanted to run. Little chance they were getting the first, and apparently little chance they were going to even gain a positive yard at all.
Kaimi Fairbairn out there now to try and field goal for the Texans on this fourth down. From the right hash, about 45 yards out. Kicked well, and this is good! And it pulls him back within one score here in the fourth.
His make there, they had to have that one. And it really does set up a judgment call down on the field. And this is where special teams coach and head coach are talking about game management. You've got 3 timeouts left, so you really can write either script you want. Onside kick or send it deep.
And just like that, we're back to a one-possession ball game as the kickoff is away. On the return, here's Gainwell. And in the end, he's able to get it to what used to be a touchback. It's at the 25-yard line. Now the offense getting set to go for the Steelers. And this certainly isn't the rut they want to be in, Brock. All of their drives have been ending in punts as of late. All right, Steelers to the line now. First and 10. Rodgers set to pass. Austin makes the grab downfield. And he has it right near midfield here. It's about a yard short. They get 23 on that one. And a fresh set of downs for Pittsburgh. Double coverage, deal breaker for a lot of QBs, Brock, but less so when it's a target you trust.
You know, it's interesting, Kate, even 20-something years ago, watching Marvin Harrison and Peyton Manning work, every defense would go into every game trying to double cover him, but yet those two, well, like we just saw right there, just got it done regardless.
And he drives that punt backward on a gain of 4.
You gain that kind of yardage in the run game, and you're going to gain the trust of your offensive coordinator. Plays like that, runs like that, set the table for everything else in the playbook.
So gain of 5 on that first down. Let's see if they can repeat that performance now here on second. Warren once more. This time they've got him. He can't break another tackle. He will go down behind the line. Well, the extra blocking sure didn't spring that run the way they hoped it would, Brock.
In the old West Coast system, you call 12 personnel, 2 tight ends, Tiger. Tiger package comes on the field. That was a whole lot more like a kitty cat effort there.
A less than ideal 3rd and 8 here. They'll throw 3rd and long. This is Metcalf working that right side. And he's going to be drugged down, looks like at that 37-yard line. It's a gain of 12 on that one. And the Steelers have a first down.
That's good for a Steelers first down. 1st and 10 at the 37-yard line.
It sure seemed like he knew exactly where he was going with that right off the snap.
We've set it downs from the 37. Warren here from the gun. And he's brought down, and a penalty flag out on the play as well.
Illegal block in the back. Offense.
So they catch the illegal block in the back, Brock, and that's rare that we see the clipping call. It's a dangerous play. It's rightfully going to back up this offense. He's still going at the 30. And he's stopped as he gets this one down to the 27-yard line. They get 20 yards out of the play and move the chains.
You know, Kate, you'll find teams go to this crossing route concept sometimes a dozen times a game. A lot of times it's for shorter yardage, but sometimes things break in the right coverage for a much bigger impact play, just like that.
Now a shotgun handoff to Gainwell. And he's going to be stopped, but not before he gets him all the way down to that 15-yard line. Pickup of 12 on that play. And a fresh set of downs for Pittsburgh.
This offense will take that from their ground game every time. But I know, because I've been around this league a long time, runs like that, they're really hard to come by. It takes everybody, and maybe a little breakdown there on defense, too, to take advantage of.
And their struggles on the ground continue as he's tackled after a small gain. It's a gain of 3 for him. That brings up 2nd and 7.
Brings up 2nd and 7.
Here's a give inside to Gainwell. And hopefully a bit of a wake-up for their ground game. It's a solid pickup there on the play. Call it 4 yards, and they're set up with a manageable 3rd and 2.
Makes it 3rd.
Well, that's what I'm talking about. That's the kind of reaction time you want when you face a draw play. They broke on it shortly after the draw started, and they contained it to a minimal gain.
3rd and 2, Rodgers. And he will score. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. The Steelers go up by 2 scores, 13 points in the 4th. It's a DK Metcalf touchdown. All right, partner, what do you think? Was that a design read, or did he just see space and he was reacting more on the old quarterback instinct there?
Yes. I think yes on both of them, and that play happens so fast that it really is instincts on both sides.
Boswell to add the PAT. Extra point sent right down the middle. And the Steelers double their lead to 14.
Steelers 20, Texans 6.
Now Boswell on to send this away. No to return this. And he's brought down just beyond that 25-yard line. Out now come the Texans on offense. This could be the decisive drive. Down 2 scores late. They've got to find some points to get it back within 1. Texans to the line. 1st and 10. From the gun, Marks gets it. Stroud's quickly headed in the wrong direction. First play set down behind the line.
That's got to be so frustrating for the runner. You're fighting the good fight. He even ripped through a tackle to stay afloat. But the blocking can't buy you enough time or room to even get back to the line of scrimmage.
Went the wrong way on 1st down, Brock. Here comes 2nd and 12. Operating from the gun, it's Stroud. Has a man, Dalton Schultz. And he's tackled after gaining a handful.
This defense didn't give up contain there, Kate. That was an instance where the more exciting plays were taken away downfield. And even looking to the tight end wasn't going to net them much.
It's 3rd and 8. Need to get a chunk here. Throw here. 3rd down. That's caught. This is Kirk. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
It's a gain of 8. And the Texans, 1st down. An 8-yard pickup. 1st down, Texans.
Sure seems like he knew exactly what he wanted, and he got it going right where he wanted to with the ball off the snap.
They've got 1st down here from the 36. Out the middle, it's Marks. And they're all the way across midfield before he's brought down. The end result there, 15 yards and a 1st.
They had the 1st down by a comfortable margin right there. Remember that play call. Put that one away. Could be a money play for them the next time they're in a similar spot.
Ball just a yard shy of midfield. 1st and 10. Here's Stroud. Go right side, hauled in by Collins. And he gets it past the 50 and down to the Steelers side of the field.
Every once in a while, it's fine to be conservative on 1st down, especially when you get enough to stay on schedule and get a little something coming out of it, too.
2nd down now. They need 7. Stroud. Completes, dialing up Collins again. And they get this down roughly to the 34-yard line. That's going to go as a gain of 13 yards. And it'll be 1st down, Houston.
You know, it sure seems like he knew exactly where he was going with that before the snap. That's a pre-snap decision that led to a post-snap 1st down.
1st down, Stroud. Throw left side, caught by Higgins. And that tackle stops him after a solid gain.
This is one of those kind of win-win situations. Both sides feel good. As an offense, I get a completion. I get a win. As a defense, I keep everything in front of me. I make the tackle for a short gain. I get a win, too. Sometimes you can get to win-win.
5 still to go here. This is 2nd down. Throwing again. It's Stroud. Steelers bringing pressure. No place to go. Down he goes. That brings us to the 2-minute warning in Pittsburgh. Texans losing by 14. Now to throw. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. Ball and defender arrived at the exact same time there. And that makes it 4th down.
Well, that took some force right there. That took some serious defensive effort to force the incompletion. You're not going to see a lot of guys ever let go of a football when they got a 1st down right in their midst. But that force, that contact, separated man from ball.
No good. The pass goes incomplete, and that lengthy drive ends with nothing but a turnover on downs.
I think every analytics book out there, Kate, said you got to go for it. You're in 4-down territory, down a couple scores here in the 4th. But now it's all about the defense. Can the defense come with a quick turnover or a stop to somehow, some way, spark a comeback?
New set of downs for him from the 31. From the gun, a give to Gainwell. And this one breaks beautifully as they're going to get it forward to their own 45. Timeout coming from the Texans. That's their 1st.
And
And they are quite frustrated having to call that after giving up the first.
First and 10 at the 45-yard line.
Let's see how they attack this first down, partner, from the 45. Warren running between the tackles. Oh, man, nothing for him again, Brock. It has been a struggle all game as this one's quickly mocked up, too. Houston calls it second timeout, as they'll meet and decide what to do on this second down. Go again with Warren. And it's going to be a win for the Steelers. He gets him the first, and they can run this clock out. Final timeout called by the Texans. That's all they had, so the offense free to start running the clock down now.
First and 10 at the 41-yard line.
Victory formation here. Looks like they're going to take a knee on first down. Line up the design keeper. Lining up to take a knee on second down. Well, Brock, the fans, all right, here we go, Steelers, as they take the win on the North Shore. Well, partner, we could see they had high hopes when they entered the stadium earlier today, hoping to pull the road victory off. We know, though, it can be so tough to win on the road, and there's some dejected faces as they leave this football field.
Never enjoyed these flights home. Going to be a long, silent one as they try to figure out what went wrong, ruminate on the outcome of this game. You never like taking one on the chin ever, 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 and heading home just gives them all some extra time to think about what went wrong.
Glad I'm not going to be on that flight.